Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today join me in the kitchen as I go ahead and bake up a fresh batch of homemade Guyana flatbread. It's one of the delicious treats that myself and family truly enjoy, and I figure why not treat my kids to this delicious freshly baked treat on this beautiful summer morning. So first I start by proofing the yeast in some hot water. I added sugar and then I went in with the melted butter and salt. I added flour and then I mixed. I mix until it pulls away from the side of the mixing bowl. Then I greased a bowl with some oil and added it in there and set it aside for 1 hour for it to rise. Then here I just added it back after the 1 hour to the mixer and just mixed it again for another 30 seconds on high. It's time for me to go ahead and form these loaves. Now this part can be done by just eyeballing and just measuring using an estimate, but since I have a kitchen scale, I'm just gonna go ahead and weigh the pieces to ensure they're all pretty much even. I also set aside a tiny piece which I'll be putting on top. After cutting it into 3 equal pieces, I went ahead and I rolled each piece into a log. Then I laid all 3 of them side by side and I began just braiding it. It's pretty much like doing a standard braid. This will give the finished product, which we all know as the Guyana flatbread. And then at the end, just tucking it in to ensure that it's nicely held together. So when it proofs and it rises, it's not gonna fall apart. Just do the same thing to the other side, tuck it in, and then gently moving it onto the baking tray. Now here I'm using the additional piece that I set aside, just rolling it into a log and just firmly pressing it onto the actual loaf to ensure it's secured properly and it doesn't fall off. Then cover that with a clean kitchen towel and set it aside for the second proofing. Then I repeated the same step to form the second loaf. What I did is I put my oven to 200 degrees and I set the loaves in there to rise the second rise for an additional 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes was up, I turned my oven on to 350 degrees and here are the rise loaf, which is ready for baking. Then I added them into the 350 degrees oven and I baked for 28 minutes or until golden brown to your liking. I initially started with 25 and then I added an additional 3 minutes. Now that the loaves are fully baked and ready, I removed them from the oven and I brushed the tops with some melted butter. At this point, I covered the loaves back with a kitchen towel and let them sit to cool for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 minutes, the loaves are nice and cooled. Look at these beauties. Okay, look at that. How beautiful, golden brown, delicious, soft, smells amazing in my kitchen right now. There's nothing like freshly baked bread in a kitchen. It's time to go ahead and serve up breakfast. Beautiful, fresh, smells amazing, warm, soft, and delicious Guyana flatbread for breakfast. Served up with whatever you fancy. You can have a slice just like that. I served mine with butter, a slice of cheese on the side, and a homemade cherry jam. Here I am going in with the cherry jam. I couldn't resist. As my daughter would say, why not? Freshly baked bread with homemade cherry jam, you can't go wrong. And it was absolutely divine. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day.